Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back on the 31 Days of Halloween. The 31 Days of Halloween is an annual tradition on my channel. But this year, to switch things up, I'm covering 31 Days of Halloween sequels. More specifically, they will be sequels set on or around Halloween to films that have nothing to do with Halloween. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean all 31 videos this month will be Halloween sequel reviews. That's not how I do the 31 days. But that does mean on each day I do upload a 31 days video, the movies I discuss will be Halloween sequels. Halloween sequels is just this year's theme. For example, a Night of the Demons sequel would not qualify, since the original Night of the Demons is also a Halloween movie. Of course, another example of something you won't see is a sequel to John Carpenter's Halloween, because the first film is also Halloween. I'm only discussing Halloween sequels to non-Halloween horror movies. These videos will not be traditional in-depth reviews either. I'll maybe give a brief synopsis, share some thoughts, and explain the Halloween connection. And I've elected to stick with major franchises only, or at least sequels to well-known horror movies. And finally, I know there are other Halloween sequels to non-Halloween horror movies I've left out, but there are only so many days, so I had to narrow it down. Today's pick for the 31 Days of Halloween sequels is The Howling: New Moon Rising. Released straight to video in 1995, The Howling: New Moon Rising is the 7th film in the Howling franchise. I figured this would be an interesting one to discuss during the 31 days, because it is in fact a Halloween sequel to a non-Halloween horror movie. The Howling obviously is not set on or around Halloween, but what I find most interesting is the fact that people probably don't even know it's a Halloween sequel, because they either haven't seen it or they hate it. That's why Jason and I gave this one a positive spin. It's not just hated either. It's considered by many to be one of the worst horror sequels ever made. It was actually one of the lowest rated movies we ever covered for Positive Spin, with an IMDb rating of 1.8 out of 10. Do I think it's one of the worst? No. No surprise, right? I think New Moon Rising has a certain charm to it that I enjoy. I also really like how it connects to previous Howling movies. But I've covered this in my positive spin. And another one of my positives was the fact that New Moon Rising is set around Halloween. This is evident from the Halloween decorations and pumpkins in the bar. Does it have the greatest Halloween atmosphere? No. But it's still cool that it's set on Halloween for whatever reason. It adds to that charm I mentioned. And because The Howling is a major horror franchise, currently consisting of 8 films, I thought this would be a good pick for the 31 Days of Halloween sequels. This one is also still lost on VHS. Have you seen it? If so, what do you think of it? I'm sure I can guess. Comment below and let me know. Which Halloween sequel will I discuss next during the 31 days? Check back soon to find out. Until then, remember, Physical media matters. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and be kind. Subscribe.